Hey YouTube, this is Nia Tate. I'm here to review Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 11, Episode 18, Delmar by the Shade. So, tonight's episode, we take the ladies take a trip. And the trip is actually planned by Kathy. This is, of course, our first trip, organized trip, because this is our first season. So, she is taking the ladies to Delmar, California, which is sort of like a beach resort town. And so the episode starts, of course, with all the ladies packing, getting their stuff together. And then the meetup house place is house. They're going to leave from Kyle's house. Garcelle is going to have to join them the next day or a little bit later. The next day because she is filming the reel, so she's not able to leave with the ladies. And Erica Jane comes to Kyle and lets the ladies know she's going to be driving alone because she has the dogs with her. But she really, she really won't be bothered with them. But I'm not mad at her. You know, she wants to drive up by herself. I don't blame her personally. So once they get there, the place is gorgeous. You know, it's really beautiful. Of course, Kathy has the suite, and Kyle shares it with her. It's like they have a connecting suite. I mean gorgeous, beautiful. So that's one other thing Kyle said. I always like traveling with Kathy because I know my hotel is going to be top notch when I travel with her. I know that's right. So everybody's room was nice though. Sutton is there, but Sutton is having some issues with her ankle. And when she gets to the hotel, her foot is swollen, so she has to go to the hospital to get her an X-ray, and then she has to spend the rest of the trip off of her foot, so she has to be in a wheelchair. And so Kathy plans a pop-up lunch on the beach, pop-up picnic on the beach. Beautiful. Of course, there's seals out there. They're out on the beach. I mean, it's beautiful. And so they have a discussion at lunch, and Dorit brings it up to Erica Jane. Well, Sutton had called to tell the ladies that she had to go to the ER, and when the doctor told her that she would have to stay off of her foot, so she was going to go back to the room because, of course, she wasn't at the luncheon. So while she's on the phone telling the ladies about her foot, Erica's over there rolling her eyes. So when they get off the phone, Dorit asks Erica, "Well, where are you with this? How do you feel about it?" And Erica said, "I'm done. I'm done with it. She called me a liar." And Kyle said, "Yes, she said, yeah. Kyle told me she said it too." Kyle is messy as I don't know what. So then she starts talking about and Kyle said, "Yeah," and she gave an example. So Erica Jane said, "What she gave an example about?" She said, "Well, the car wreck. The 12 hours that he was allegedly out of it or whatever. No, that he was out of it or whatever." And Erica Jane go said, "Yeah, allegedly." Kyle said, the look on her face was like, and in the confessional, she said, "What do you mean allegedly? You the one told us that he had an accident and he was out for 12 hours." See, Erica be getting her, and then she start mumbling, "Yeah, well, uh-huh, yeah." I think she be forgetting what she say. She's not yeah, something is not adding up. So, she's telling the girls that she knew that Tom was having issues with his memory, and she tried to tell the family and nobody would listen to her. And then they showed a flashback, when Tom was on the show and he was telling story. He didn't sound like he was telling when he first met John Wayne, etc., etc., etc. He didn't sound like nothing was wrong with him at that point in time. I mean, maybe, I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, she keeps saying, "Well, I tried to tell his family that something was wrong and nobody would listen to me." Okay, Erica, whatever. So next, we see Garcelle arriving in her white hat, looking like money. Okay, she looks so good in all white. She had that hat on. So she gets to her room, and Sutton's room is apparently right next to her. So Sutton comes to visit her, and that's when she finds out she's in her wheelchair. So next is the dinner scene. All the ladies go to dinner. Everybody's dressed really nice. Dorit, that hair was horrible. Them I don't know I don't know what Dorit does with her hair. Her hair is always not. Sometimes she get it right. It was nice last week for her little fashion show, but these two plaits, ponytails, whatever it is, I didn't like it. So they get to, well, they're supposed to be at dinner. Kathy and Kyle is freaking frank, boy. I'm telling you, it's the blind leading the blind. They late as all get out. They just taking their time. They just fixing their hair. So finally, the ladies are like, "Well, you think we should call them?" So Renna gives them a call, and Kyle says, "I'm not answering." They're trying to get out the door. She tells Kathy, "I'm not going to answer because I know we late." Kathy gonna say, "Well, is she your boss?" Like, child, Miss Hilton don't rush for nobody, okay? Y'all, she said they, and that's what she said. She said, "Oh, they gonna have some drinks at the bar. They'll be okay." Like, child, Kathy. Kathy is something else. I'm telling you. So they all get there and they're all sitting there, and somebody asks, "How's everybody feeling tonight?" So Garcelle said, "Well, I feel happy." Uh, Erica Jane said, "Fearful." And Kathy says, "I feel anxious. I feel anxious, and I feel like because I feel like there's some lingering feelings at this table that needs to be put out." I said, "Kyle taught you well, huh, Kathy?" You have to use it's your trip, so you got to start the mess, okay? That's the way it go. So they start kind of going back and forth. Erica is the whole "I don't care." You call, Erica and Sutton started to say how she feel, which I really don't know why she did. Girl, let it go. If she want to be mad at you, let her be mad at you. But Sutton starts to say, "Well, Erica, I was really insulted the way you talked to me at Kathy's party." Erica said, "I don't care. You called me a liar. I don't care." And so Sutton said, "Well, okay, Miss Small Town." I think she was trying to make a joke, just to kind of crack the ice. And Erica said, "No, that's you. You're small town and small minded." And so then Sutton said, "Wow, you didn't have to be, that mean about everything." So Kathy's like, "Okay, so can we try to come to some kind of forgiveness, some kind of way, because even she was getting frustrated." Kathy's like, "This is enough." And she usually don't get frustrated, but the fact that neither one of them would kind of budge, so they pretty much had to just leave it as it is. And then Renna, you know what? Renna don't have no smoke for nobody else this season but Garcelle. I don't know what it is, boy, but she got it. She got it on for Garcelle. Here she go. I feel like, Garcelle, that you're not being honest, and I feel like you said that you didn't feel like you was being included. That in order to make friends, you need to be a friend. For instance, we gave you a birthday dinner lunch, and you didn't even know that it was Kyle's birthday a couple of weeks ago. So they showed a flashback, and they showed where they were somewhere, and Renna said, "Oh, it was Kyle's birthday," and Garcelle said, "Oh, I didn't know that. Did anybody else know?" So then Dorit started again with the whole, "Well, you said you don't feel included, and you said that we were coming at you, and I just don't think it's fair that you said that you were coming that we were coming at you." So then Garcelle starts to say, "Just because I'm strong doesn't mean I don't have feelings, and it's maybe I don't trust you all, or treat or react that way, but I've always felt like I'm like an outsider, and being the only black person here, she says, not a color thing, it's not a race thing, but have y'all ever thought to think that, I'm the only black person there, and here maybe she doesn't feel that way. Do any of you know what it feels like to be the only one, or to walking and feel different from everybody else?" And Kathy Hilton gonna say yes. Well, Garcelle said, well, try feeling that way your whole life. Bam. Okay, so then they were like, "Well, Dorit and Renna, well, and she started kind of crying. Garcelle, you could tell it touched her. because like she said, it's she just, it's hard. It's hard being the only one. And to be honest, she can't. You don't know if you can trust these ladies, which she can't, because she done seen the show before. You can't trust these ladies. They'll stab you in the back in a minute, okay? And especially her being new and black. Yes, I said it. Yeah, they'll probably try to stab her. I'm just saying, it is what it is. Them ladies is catty. So then they all, oh well, this is the first time we've seen Garcelle be vulnerable, and it makes us feel good. It makes us know that that she's really trying. They do that with everybody. I don't like the way when they do that to people, because it's like these ladies want to break you down, and all they're gonna do is use whatever vulnerability you just told them to stab you in your back a little later on. Are they gonna talk about you behind your back? So they so phony, especially Dorit and Renna. That's some phony, and Kyle. That's some phony baloney's, boy. Erica Jane didn't say nothing the whole time. She was just like, I'm just here so I don't get fired, okay? I don't care. So, at the end of the night, Kathy was like, well, if you ladies want to come back to my suite, for some drinks or coffee or whatever, that's fine. That's why I got a suite so people could come, visit. And Rena was like, it's 12:30. First of all, Kathy, y'all was so late. And people, they gone to their room. They done traveled all day. She's talking about all these ladies. And so Kathy was like, oh, they're no fun. So the next day, the event was a sound bath like exercise. They were all outside with their little jogging pants and sets on. And Kathy said she got the idea when she went to Kim Kardashian's baby shower, and they had a sound bath, and you lie down. And I like stuff like that, so I would have enjoyed it. You listen to the sound baths; it's very relaxing. And so, but at the end of it, Rena was like, I ain't getting nothing out of that. I didn't really get anything out of that. It was supposed to be like a stress release. Erica didn't go, and so they asked, where Erica was, and Kathy said, "Oh, that's okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. Just let her rest. Maybe she's tired." So afterwards, Nancy Drew, Angela Lansbury murder she wrote. Them, Kyle and Renna. They detectives. They got to find out what's going on. So they and Dorit. Renna already knew, because Renna told Kyle and Dorit afterwards that she read in page 6 that morning that yesterday was the day that Tom's brother took over as his conservator, and that they had decided that he was going to put him in a facility, for a mental facility for dementia. So she said, I'm sure she's probably upset about that. So they go to her room, not Dorit. It was just Kyle and Renna. And I think Erica kind of called them, because she said, I wanted to talk to you guys about this when they got to her room. So she sat down, and she was telling them, that she was really upset, about him having to be put in a mental facility. She said, I was married to this man for however many years, and I have feelings for him, and I just really feel bad about it. Am I not supposed to have feelings for him? Of course, and she said, my grandmother was in a facility because she had dementia, and as a matter of fact, Tom paid for all of that. And she said, it was just hard seeing her just kind of melt away, and I just fear that that's what's going to happen to him. His family doesn't bother with him. They don't even go, see about him or anything. So that's what's going to happen. I really don't like the way she keep trying to, like, throw his family under the bus. I don't know the situation. I don't know if Tom has any kids or anything. I know he was married before, but I don't know. I don't know what that situation is like. So, but she definitely trying to paint the picture of, his family has abandoned him. Erica, you abandoned him too, sweetie. Tell me, if you want to see who your real friends are, lose all your money and get sick. If you want to see who your real wife is, lose all your money and get sick too, Erica. You not there either. So she keep trying to talk about his family and stuff. I'm not here for that. So I you know, I I feel for anybody that would go through anything, like dementia or anything like that. I just don't know what to believe. But I do feel bad for those people who lost their money, and I think they need their money. They need to get paid some kind of way. Hopefully that can be, rectified. So that was the show tonight. It was kind of a filler episode. Not a whole lot going on. We don't have many episodes left. I think maybe there's two left, and then the reunion starts. So yeah, there is the show for tonight. I hope that you all enjoyed. Thank you for listening in, and please subscribe and like on your way out. And I will talk to you guys next week. Have a good one.